Hey guys, it's Bait, better known as Among Us Academy, and I'll be reacting to the first trailer of the 5th official map in Among Us, the Fungal. Obviously, we know that 5UP's made Submerged, but this is the 5th official map, or the 6th map we get to play. And Nintendo World has made this amazing 15 hidden details video, which you guys should also check out.
Mayday, mayday, can anyone hear me? Here's a crewmate in danger. We've suffered an attack. I repeat, we've suffered an attack.
That is super scary. That's like, you know, all those sci-fi horror movies.
It seems that a strange species of fungus has invaded our ship, causing it to crash on a mysterious island. We need help. I repeat, we need help.
Would you guys ever watch like a horror movie based on this? I think it would be pretty interesting, actually, an Among Us type of movie.
This place, it seems to be full of secrets, so help us send a distress signal by hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and turning on notifications. Hurry, because it looks like there's an imposter among us. Here we're gonna tell you all the hidden details from the Among Us, the Fungal trailer.
Alright.
You accidentally crash on a dangerous and mysterious island, and along with the wreckage, the first thing you do is set up your gaming console with one of the best ones in history. Here you can see how the crewmates have connected a Nintendo 64 to the screen.
Oh wow, so yeah, that is a Nintendo 64.
And we know it by the shape of its iconic controller that no one seems to know how to hold.
How are you meant to hold this? Really sad, never got to play one of these or GameCube growing up. Had to study too much. But I assume you just hold one hand here and one hand over there, right? Let me know in the comments.
In the trailer for the new Among Us map, the funniest Easter egg in the entire saga is hidden, and you probably missed it because, well, that's what an Easter egg is.
The Stickman character?
When Red is about to fall off the shuttle, you can see the funny Easter egg written on the computer. Look, there it is. Hilarious.
Oh, hilarious Easter egg.
Now, it actually seems like kind of a joke that the developers have hidden, dedicated directly to the hunters of secrets and hidden details just like us. At the beginning of the trailer, a ship appears in the sky that you'll likely recognize.
Doesn't that give you like real ominous vibes? I know they have this like upbeat jazz music, but what movie am I thinking of? You know, all those like Marvel superhero movies when the like bad guys come to attack and you get those big fleets coming. That's what it sort of gives me. Just imagine having like real deep ominous music. Would have a completely different feel.
It's the Skeld, which appeared in the first playable map of Among Us and eventually crashed.
Actually, this is not the Skeld, right? This is Delks, because you can see that upper engine is on the right side of the map. This is the map that they play for April Fools. And if you want to enable it, just change the date to April Fool, the 1st of April, or download one of the modded Among Us. But when I play this, I definitely get a headache. So I wouldn't recommend.
Eventually crashes into pieces on this mysterious island. You can also see the shuttle of the ship, which in the game acts as a lobby where all the players can wait and custom.
Oh, so that's a shuttle of the ship. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Their characters before the game starts. Now that the Skeld is destroyed, the crewmates must manage without their technology to find who the imposter is. The mechanics already known from other maps will have a new version, such as security cameras with different screens, which are now giant binoculars on top of a hill. Vent hatches have been replaced by curious carnivorous plants that transport you.
That's interesting. I wonder how the lore of that works. Like, do the imposters, are they like natives on the planet and then they are able to, you know, use the plant sort of like Avatar style? Like, how would an imposter be able to
the sacred tree
to actually use them as a vent network? I'm not too sure how that would work.
You to another location and can hide you. And remember the food minigame? It has now been replaced by cutting vegetables that grow natively on the island. Not bad, but the burger on the ship looked much better.
These vegetables, hey? I wonder what your task is. You maybe just need to cut them. Yeah, just cut them into 3 pieces and serve them potentially. There's no demo.
Vegetables that grow natively on the island.
Are they vegetables or fruit? Because are those seeds? That one looks like a special carrot.
Not bad, but the burger on the ship looked much better.
Maybe not that burger.
As to be expected, the red emergency button has also been destroyed due to the impact, but don't worry, the crewmates have ingeniously replaced it with a seahorn. To alert of the presence of the imposter, a crewmate must hold this huge conch shell and blow to emit an alert sound. A quite ancient but effective method that...
That's pretty cool. That I like. I like it when games are very thematic. And so if you're on a deserted island, I guess who knows what planet this is, but assuming they have like human, not human, Earth-like creatures, I guess a conch shell is pretty thematic.
It's actually legit. In real islands and small maritime regions, this object was used both as a musical...
Why would they use stock footage when they talk about real islands and then they show a island that has a soccer field? Yeah, like definitely this is all native people living here.
This object was used both as a musical instrument and to alert islanders of possible attacks or threats. After more than 3 years, the meme has finally become real. The mix between Among Us and a Pokemon named Among Us filled the internet with memes, and now
There's one ditto Among Us. I sometimes still like type it wrong and confuse the two.
The crewmates come across a bunch of fungi. Among Us plus fungus equals Among Us.
I don't know. Seems like a bunch of fun guys playing.
Inside the makeshift shelter that the crewmates have created to survive on the island, you can see a wall with lots of scratches. If you look closely, you'll notice that these marks count the days they've been lost since the ship crashed. So it seems that, for the moment, they have been living on the island for 32 days.
Okay, sure. I don't think that's that interesting.
Right next to it, there is a curious map of the area with a place marked with a cross. Two possible theories here. Either it's the impact site or maybe...
I'm pretty sure it's the impact site because they got impacted here, right? The thing came over here. So that's where it's marked.
The crew members have hidden a very important treasure there. What do you think? The fungi on this island have a very special ability. When struck, they emit a large amount of spores. This...
So the trailer actually makes sense. So,
emit a large amount of spores.
So
they emit a very special ability.
So red hits the spore.
When struck...
So it's like a squid, like shooting the ink everywhere.
They emit a large amount of spores. This, as a result, creates a huge cloud that...
So the interesting thing is, I'm pretty sure they're playing as red here because that's the point of view. They're filming it, and this is tasks. So this is crewmates, yeah? So this crewmate has 3 tasks, and the task bar is, the actual tasks are hidden. So crew can activate this, but the crew can also see that. Unless there's a way to go between here without activating it. Otherwise, wouldn't you just walk around this? But yeah, it seems like a sabotage that the crew can see. Not a sabotage, but like a little, like a little button, trigger point that the crew can see and activate. But I'm not sure why you would as crew.
Blurs the vision for a few seconds.
And that becomes like a grenadier map. I don't know. It's interesting because you can see where you were going. And so let me know in the comments if you like this sort of mechanism where you don't see anyone else and only yourself, or you like the Town of Us Grenadier version where the whole screen goes white. I'll be really curious to see what you think.
Seconds, preventing other crew members within it from seeing anything until it clears up. Ideal for imposters who love to cause confusion and blame innocents for murders.
Yeah, so it's like a Grenadier Flash. It's like a nerf Grenadier Flash, I think.
In the trailer, you can also see some fake tasks that the imposter has on their sabotage list. What's important here?
Oh, so replace parts, hoist supplies, empty garbage. Oh, that's still there. And clear asteroids. Well, we have that on every map now, hey?
Is that you can see new locations.
Actually, there's no clear asteroids on the airship.
like the jungle and the bedrooms, while old ones like the reactor or the cafeteria will also return. What doesn't fit here is the teaser that Innersloth released about Map 5, which claimed this button would be there. Maybe they have changed their mind.
Yeah, it doesn't quite thematically make sense on here, unless it's like in one of the small rooms.
Inside the
yeah, I don't know where it'd be.
shuttle, you can see crewmates of various colors sitting and waiting to reach their destination. Each one wears different cosmetics that can already be purchased in the game store, but the one that caught our attention is this smile here. At first, it may seem like a reference to YouTuber Dream and his famous mask. They're already
no, it's not.
It was a mask of Jeff Niley, the host of the Game Awards, so this wouldn't be so strange. But it actually refers to something entirely different. Inside the store, you can see that officially this cosmetic is called Bombastic, but in other languages, it's called Innersloth, which coincides with the name of the studio that created Among Us.
That's very interesting. And also interesting, like, do you think Dream can actually copyright is that copyrightable? Like the Dream cosmetic?
At first, it may seem like a
like,
reference
obviously
to
not,
YouTuber
right?
Dream.
Like, that's not... Is that copyrightable? Like, or maybe that exact ratio? I don't know. Because they do look very similar. Obviously, this one has, like, a double chin? Double chin?
There already was a store, you can see that officially, which coincides with the name of the studio that created Among Us. You've probably seen the trailer for the new Among Us map on the September Nintendo Direct, but there's an
If you haven't, make sure you check it out. And you can watch it without me talking over everything.
alternative version that shows some different things. To start with, the Nintendo Direct version is obviously recorded with Nintendo Switch gameplay, while the official page shows gameplay from the PC version.
That's interesting, how they recorded two different versions. I don't think many people would pick that up.
In the Nintendo version, you can see some tasks the imposter has, while in the PC version, they are hidden. Pay close attention because there's a hidden detail that will blow your mind.
Oh, what is it?
In the PC version of the Among Us trailer,
Yeah?
you can see that the characters are named after their colors. For example, there are red, blue, or green. In the Nintendo Switch version, however,
Is that lime or green?
blue or green.
That's lime. That's not the color green. There's two distinct colors. I don't know why they did the correction there.
In the Nintendo Switch version, however, there are completely different names, like Innersloth or Stucklook. But there's one name that the developers have hidden in this trailer that's a little dig at Nintendo. This little green crewmate is called Cubic Ninja, a name that may initially seem innocent and randomly chosen.
Cute. Medium skip. Angry. I voted him out angry. Angerily. Medium skip as opposed to Kimmy skip? I don't know.
But that's not the case at all. Turns out, the video game Cubic Ninja was released by Ubisoft for Nintendo 3DS and was about a ninja navigating through dangerous stages using the console's gyroscope. The problem is, it was known not for its quality, but for having a vulnerability in its code that allowed unauthorized software to run on the Nintendo 3DS. Since Innersloth
Is there even lime? Is that green or lime? What do you guys think? So they're not matching the people in the ejection ship with the people on the island, right?
also likes to infiltrate, they earned the spot of imposter in the Nintendo Direct, cracking a joke about Nintendo and making a reference to their own video-to-video game piracy. Moreover, this only occurs in the official Nintendo Switch trailer, so it's a decision that was made deliberately. Inside the shuttle, you can see a small blue screen. If you zoom in on the image, you'll find that it's the chart course task where a crewmate has to guide the ship through different points on the map. It's worth mentioning that this panel doesn't exist in the original game shuttle. It only appears exclusively in the trailer. And if you wanted...
But this is on the ejection ship when they land on Polis.
To actually do this task, you had to go to the navigation room.
No, but you can do this on Polis. On Polis, when you spawn, you do the chart course and you do your keys. Yeah?
In the trailer, and if you wanted to actually do this task, you had to go to the navigation room. Isn't it ironic that this Among Us map was a Nintendo exclusive announcement? It's funny that the crewmates are attacked by mushrooms, and it's actually a metaphor where these characters invade the Mushroom Kingdom from Super Mario, which is also full of fungi, like in the animated movie of Super Mario Bros. So what do you think? Would you like to see a crossover between these characters?
Wait, I'm not too sure what the... I guess maybe, thematically, it is similar to Super Mario, but not that much.
In case you haven't noticed thus far, this map is called the Fungal, a clever play on words that combines fungus and jungle.
That's true.
In fact, one of the new areas where tasks are carried out is a jungle, so the name fits perfectly well. And that's it for the rescue mission to uncover the lost Easter eggs and hidden details of this new Among Us map. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to avoid accidents like today's, and don't miss the rest of the videos of Easter eggs and hidden details. See you next time.
That's pretty interesting. I will give you that. What other pickups? There's this cool marshmallow task, which I assume is you want to like cook it for just long enough, so it doesn't burn. So that's interesting. What else did we take? Looking at. They didn't really talk about the security cameras,
this
right?
Only occurs in the official.
So it's this set of binoculars. So these guys would be in security and they're looking through binoculars. I'm not sure how this will work. I think you would only see this much. I can't imagine the actual binoculars themselves moving like a claw machine, because otherwise you could see everything. Like, I think this will take you to different areas, or maybe... I don't know. Maybe you can just use them to see everything, and because it's so small, it's balanced, but you can see anywhere on the map. That would be really interesting if that was the case. Like, you set the binoculars and you can see anywhere you like on the map. That would be really cool. Yes. And what other?
Crewmate is...
The other thing to note is it's interesting. The vent is actually right next to the binoculars as well. There's a vent here. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Called Cubic Ninja.
And there's also, is that a vent there as well?
Yeah, a name that may Cubic dig at Nintendo. This little green crewmate is called Cubic Ninja, or Stuck Look.
See, that vent, yeah. What other interesting tidbits are there? Why the... Well, I guess only them... They look like this, and then they like look more plant-like when they take a person. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed like looking at these different 15 Easter eggs and my thoughts. Let us know if you're excited about this new map. It seems pretty nice, big, and spacious. And don't see any mention of admin table or vitals. It'll be interesting to see if they're here. Otherwise, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you next time.